Hey Dad, who's that over there? He shouldn't be here.
Don't worry, Cole, he looks very respectable.
You shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Do I buy Country Life butter to support our hard-working British dairy farmers? No, it's their career choice. Get up, Laura!
Hello there, my name's Cole, and this video is titled Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover. As you saw from the video earlier, that was John Lydon, dressed as a country gentleman, but in fact, he was the lead singer from a 70s punk band. Now, you're probably wondering what the phrase "Don't judge a book by its cover" mean. My research found out that this man,
Hi, how are you?
called Edwin Rolfe, an American journalist who was born in 1909, first used the phrase. It means that one shouldn't prejudge the worth or value of something by its outward appearance alone. People can change their outward appearance by their hairstyle and colour. My research looks into how people alter their appearance are then judged by it. So, let's start off by looking into the past from the 20s. The first picture shows a slick back hairstyle, which makes him look smart.
Hello!
The second picture shows of a similar hairstyle from the first picture.
Hi, how are
The
you?
difference between the two pictures is that the first might be a business person or a famous author. The man from the second picture is called John Dillinger and is actually a famous gangster from the 1920s America. The second picture, John Dillinger, has a conventional hairstyle, but it doesn't mean that he's a conventional person. As you heard from me earlier about John Lydon being a part of the punk band. So, here is a picture of some punk. These people look like the 70s punk because, as you can see, their hair was spiked up and coloured. Punks dyed and spiked up their hair to show their attitude of anger and frustration. A lot of people copied this fashion to fit in with the culture. The group above are happy and smiling, and could be a nice group of people to talk to. We shouldn't presume that they would want to fight or steal from us, but on the other hand, there might be bad people. We shouldn't presume either way. We should get to know them before making any decisions. It just makes them look fun and crazy while they rock with their group band. For the next part of my research that links to the title, let's talk about the skinhead. So, here's a picture of a man looking like a mugger, with different clothes that he's wearing, along with a skinhead haircut. This man will probably be finding a group that he could fit in with and hold the same beliefs. The next picture of the skinhead haircut shows us a regular soldier in training. This picture tells us that he has a skinhead so that he could fit into a group just like all of the other soldiers. The reason that the soldiers have skinhead haircuts because they would be training in the mud and under the barbed wire, so it's easier to keep clean and safer, so they won't get tangled up. Now, for the final picture of a special guest, Tom Holland. He may have a shaved skinhead haircut. But it doesn't change his personality because he gets interviewed with long or short hair. But when he's playing as Spider-Man, he has his hair kept longer. Now, on to the next part of my research are the two movies, Descendants and The Suicide Squad. So here's a picture of Mal from Descendants 1, 2 and 3. Mal has purple hair because she's the daughter of Maleficent, which makes Mal an evil villain. But at the end of Descendants 1, she turns good by listening to her heart and being with King Ben. From Descendants 2, Mal decides to change her hair colour from purple to blonde. It also includes changing clothing to make her be part of Auradon, but with less purple at the bottom of her hair. While Mal goes back to the Isle of the Lost, King Ben gets captured by Uma and wants Mal gone because she hates Mal. So in order to save him, she visits Dizzy to change the colour and the style of her hair back to purple. Here's a clip of Dizzy dyeing Mal's hair colour and style. So we talked about the character being bad to a good person. Now, let's talk about Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn, a crazy crooked villain in Gotham City. She likes to have fun, making bad decisions, and terrorizing the city. Before she was a villain, she was a good person called Harleen Quinzel, who is a psychologist. In order to make her evil and fall in love with the Joker, she falls into acid and then gets picked up by the Joker to save her. Here's a clip of Harleen Quinzel falling into acid. With the Joker and Harley together, Harley's hair changed colour with two different colours, which symbolise the bipolar nature of their relationship, a mix of love and hate. The difference between Mal and Harley Quinn is that Mal was evil from the first movie, until she became a good villain. As for Harley Quinn, she was good until she decided to turn bad. In films, the makers often use hair colour to show the viewer who is good or bad from each character. So, for the final part of my research, I have gained lots of responses from the survey questionnaire that I created to analyse the results. Let's check it out. On the first picture with the question asks about what their natural hair colour is, and the most common colour that was shown from the bar chart was brown. My research shows us that only 2% of the population have red hair. My survey confirms that a very small percentage of the population have red hair, although this was only a small sample, but my research has gained some responses from this group of people. With the second question, I asked if they have ever dyed their hair and why. Now, approximately 20% of the responses have never wanted to dye their hair. Approximately 60% of the respondents have changed because they didn't like their natural hair colour. The bar chart shows us that there's only a small percentage who changed their hair colour because others didn't like their natural hair colour. The people with red hair can be picked on, so they might have been more likely to change the colour of their hair, but they didn't. Now, this may not show a bar chart, but I did gather some responses of opinions from this question. Twice as many people thought they were not judged. This tells us that not only the people with red hair get picked on, but also the blondes more as well. For example, dumb blonde, ginger, and looking older. 9 out of 37 people had been judged negatively. When judged, individuals are 3 times as likely to be judged negatively for the colour of their hair. On to picture 4. Nearly 3 times, about 75%, as many people claim not to judge people's hair colour as did judge it. Out of 10, 6 people were judging negatively. People are mainly judged after they have altered their hair colour. Example, badly dyed or overly bright. For this question, twice as many people had not seen people being judged by their hair colour. Here are some examples with the yes responses. Ginger/ginger nut. This only targets to those who have red hair or ginger hair. Most people would support someone who's being judged. For this question, almost all respondents did not think it was a good idea to judge someone by their hair colour. People do not think it is a good idea to judge people negatively. In connection with question 2, where a large majority of people changed their hair colour, we might assume that they have done this to make a positive statement. For this question, on picture 7, I asked if any of the respondents have a conventional hairstyle. So approximately 80% of respondents claim to have conventional hairstyle. The reason that they do have conventional hairstyle is because most people, maybe, are trying to fit into society. So from this question, I asked if they have ever been judged by their hairstyle.
Look at his lips!
Here are the results. Approximately 2.5 times as many people claim not to have been judged by their hairstyle as has been judged. There was at least 8 people who were judged negatively from this response, like ditzy, always the same style, too long, too short, too bright, helmet head, boy and a lesbian. These 8 different negatively nicknamed hurt their feelings because of the way that they've been described. As for the positive side of the responses, 2 people were described as creative and brightly about their hairstyle. This means that there are clear indications that people are judged both negatively and positively by their hairstyle. Question 9. Approximately 90% of the respondents claim not to have changed their hairstyle to fit in with a particular group, more than 6 times as many as to those who have. It would have been better if I had asked which group the respondents were trying to fit in with. However, comparing the responses to those from question 7 highlights that most people with unconventional hairstyles did not change their hair to belong to a particular group. They may be expressing their individuality, which is good. So, we are now on to the final picture, which is part of the question 10, which is the final one. So here are the results. Approximately 60% of respondents have never judged anyone by their hairstyle. Those people who have judged somebody had the following characteristics in this order. A scruffy person.
Hello!
A cool person.
Hi, how are you?
Felt threatened. And some people have felt belonging to the same group. In both cases where people are judged, it is more often negative, but more so with hairstyles. Examples: seeing scruffy hair or feeling threatened. Because people do judge others by their hairstyle and hair color, the film industry can portray good and evil characters to some extent through their hair. Example: Harleen Quinzel versus Harley Quinn. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that this helps to those who have or haven't gone through these situations. Helped out to you guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you're new here, then please leave a like, of course. And also, if you want to check out some more videos, you can check out my original channel, which is God Trickster Owl. So there'll be the link in the description below, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.